What the?
Oh, hold on a second.
Wellity. Looks like we're not done.
Oh dear.
Cross, you find yourself upon a throne in a magnificent palace.
What a miss.
You are dressed in casual undergarments, but they are clean and pristine. Behind you is more treasure than you've ever seen in your life, and Jalen, who has tripled in size. In front of you is a display case. What do you do?
Where am I? What? Okay, either I'm dreaming or this is... No, why does this not feel like a dream? I slowly stand up and go to the display case.
That is so big.
You look in there and you see a longbow. It's what this longbow does is that it increases your attack rolls by 15, and it also has the explosion effect on it.
I pause for a moment and start looking around. Then I turn around to see Jalen almost jump. Okay. Snake growth spurts are a thing, and that is a lot of treasure. That is okay. I turn back and slowly open the case and take the bow out.
Yeah. You also see your armor in there, and this armor actually. And it's also your armor, and this armor, it boosts your armor class to 35.
What is all this stuff doing here? I paused before slowly taking everything out and putting everything on. Comfy. Surprised it fits. But what is it even doing here? And what is this place? Okay, shiver down my back. That's probably not a good sign either.
You see someone walk in.
Huh?
Oh boy.
You see her stroll up, sashaying her hips as she does.
Is that you, Simula?
She walks up and gives you a peck on the cheek. We won.
We did?
I gave you what you wanted, and you gave me what I wanted. We got back to Directian. We defeated Arkoth. Sure, your friends hate you, but all of them, including others you care about, are safe, Cross. They're all safe. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see your accomplishments?
Yes, I would. Why does this feel so real? Was some of that just a dream? Was everything just...
I'm scared.
This is fascinating, though.
Oh no!
Oh.
Hold on a second. Where is the...
Huh?
To the
Bottom right.
There we go. I see it.
Bottom right.
Oh.
Where are we?
All right. You look down right next to you, and you see Shiloh in armor and sitting very politely.
Nice armor. I go over and lightly pet Shiloh's head.
He doesn't respond.
What are you doing down here? A guard dog, I guess, of the establishment? Okay, something is very, very off. I can't put my finger on it, but something... But he follows Simula anyway.
Simula beckons you.
Alright. Where is everyone?
You pass by Rose.
Huh?
You notice
Rose?
you notice that Shiloh is growling at her. And over her cell is the head of a minotaur.
What the... Rose, where did you...
She turns her head to look away from you. You walk up. Owen, you see that he is undergoing the water torture.
Oh, jeez.
What is...
Over his cell is the coat of the Frostwind Virago. To the left, you see Jalaram. His fingers are broken. And over his cell is black-colored wood. To your right, you see Ivan. His mouth is sewn shut and his lute is broken. Over his cell are a pair of dragon claws. To your left, you see Fair Thurin, trapped in an anti-magic glyph, as well as Lucid. Over her cell is the tusk of the Nightmare Beast. To the right is Amber. You see that she is starved, and a very familiar collar is around her neck. Over her cell is a petrified tentacle of a kraken.
This isn't safe. This is... Simula, what is this?
You wanted them to be safe, but there was one particular problem. They tried to stop you from helping them to be safe. So you had to stop them. You took a risk because you had to. They couldn't be trusted to do the right thing or the smart thing. You knew what was best, didn't you? You knew it had to be done.
What about? Hang on a sec. I look over at Lucid. What happened to Lucid?
Oh, he's fine. Just a very gilded cage for a very pretty bird. You walk by Jaminia. She's bound in chains and is glaring at you in hatred. Over her cell is the head of Starjay. The bloody horse wouldn't cooperate.
Jeez. We're entering Stephen King levels over here.
Cross is kind of just silently taking all this in, but he's in a state of shock in the process.
Oh.
And now for your greatest triumph.
That's the warden.
You see Arkwith Wormwood chained to a wall, and you hear soft whimpering. Doesn't it feel amazing being on top, the dominance, the freedom to make all of the decisions that enter your whims? I know I do.
He's not dead. Why is he not dead?
Oh, I figured that we should wait for it. I just wanted you to see something first. Behind the warden is a blasted landscape overwhelmed by fire. Giant hulking creatures, misshapen and coated in flame, prowl across the landscape, engulfing anything their incomprehensible forms touch.
What are they doing here? I thought our plan was to stop them from invading this land.
She looks to you and said, "This was the plan from the beginning. Did you not listen?" She pulls out the Demon-Bane sword and hands it to you. End him. We no longer have any use for him.
No, this isn't right. He should be down there with the rest, just suffering with the rest of them. He shouldn't. You can see Cross clenching onto the sword, though.
You've gone this far and hurt all of your friends. Are you showing mercy to an enemy?
That wasn't me, though. I'm not this. I can't be this person. This is everything that I hated about myself. I can't.
Are you backing out?
No, I walk right up to him and stop. Look at me.
The warden looks up and and you can feel fear emanating off the warden.
So much for your stupid plan, huh? You did all this one big entire game, but you weren't expecting it to end like this, were you?
Yeah. You feel like this, like the warden has been broken, like emotionally. It's just kind of whimpering and babbling at this point.
Your punishment should be worse than any death. Than any creature, or any spell, or any weapon, or any physical or emotional. It should be worse than any of that. You should be burning in the farthest hell beyond anything that we know of. I should kill you right now, but something's preventing me from doing it. Even though this can't be real to me, but there's still something that tells me that I should right here and right now. I can't be this person. If I was this person, they all should have been dead. If I was this person, I wouldn't be happy. It's a means to an end. It's an end to a story that shouldn't happen. It's an end that never should have existed. I dropped the sword. I can't.
You hear a whisper coming from behind your ear. Then you're weak.
No.
You feel a sharp pain in your chest.
You think I'm weak? I have more strength in me than you can ever possibly realize. I will never give in to this. I can't.
You wake up in a cold sweat.
I sort of drink up everything all right, buddy?
Yeah. He gets up and quickly looks around.
Cross? Everything okay?
I look down at my hand briefly. I'll never be that.
All right. Who was it this? All right. Who was it this time?
Calm down, buddy.
No, it's.
Just tell us what happened.
Pause and look over at Owen. Then I just look away because I already know the answer. I wish I could say that was the worst of them. Every single morning, it's the same thing. But this is. I'll be fine.
I'd struggle to get out of bed.
I'll be fine. If I can handle one, I can handle them all, right?
Look, Cross. It doesn't hurt to ask for help.
Yeah, we're all a team here. If something's bothering you, we can help you solve it.
Are we?
Yes.
Are we really that much of a team?
Yes.
Look.
I believe you.
I am here, sweetie. I am just listening very intently. This is
Just checking. You
fascinating.
usually have peanut gallery at this point.
Yeah, I do have peanut gallery at this point. This is a lot to take in all at once. I admit I wasn't expecting half of what came up here.
Look, Cross. That's because. Look, remember the conversation I had with you about the Sauna Brigade? Just because I was the most creative doesn't make me any more important than the guy who can hit really hard, the weapons crafter, the tinkerer, or the guy who can work his way around most terrains with ease. Like, you're one of two people who are able to fight at a distance exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And each one of us, when we're basically in the zone fighting, we all have a task. Like, Owen, assuming he's still sleeping, like, first thing he does, cast prayer. Ivan, first thing you do, play Song of Courage. That way we're all buffed up. Faye, the first thing she would do, either cast Magic Missile or cast the Despair? Crushing Despair.
Crushing Despair.
Thank you. Crushing Despair on the opponent to give us a better chance.
I should have ended all of you.
What?
I should never let you suffer like that. No, it's... I should have killed you all like I killed them.
Cross, sit
I take a small step back. Like, Cross, what are you talking about?
You're not telling us everything, are you?
No one should have to suffer like that again.
Cross, calm down. Come on, everything will be fine. Just take a deep breath.
Here, sit on the bed, take a deep breath, just calm down, okay?
You were all suffering. It was my fault.
Is this about what happened in the dream?
That was more than just a dream. It was what I wanted. None of you should have lived to have seen the end of that. I should be the only one. I should be the only one that has to burn in that. I should be...
Ivan, I suggest you play the Song of the Sun.
I was actually going to, yeah. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah.
Alright, roll a performance check. That is my favorite song after all.
Why are you sleeping?
Oh yeah, I'm still sleeping.
We're sleeping and on the other side of the bloody inn.
I love the fact that I'm snoring very loudly and this is not disturbing Faye.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
No.
That's assuming that Faye is asleep.
Oh, there's Jimmy. I was like, where the heck? It helps zoom out.
They deserve to know the truth. I can't do this anymore.
You want to discuss it at breakfast?
Yeah. Talk to us, buddy. We want to know. There's nothing you can't tell us that will make us think any less of you.
There's something that I do want to talk about. It's something serious and something a little frivolous. I've been thinking about this for a while, and it needs to be said. We're all in agreement that Simula is not keeping the child, right?
What?
I thought that was obvious. You honestly think she'd care about a child?
You mean that she wouldn't take care of it?
Yes. I don't like the idea of taking a child away from her own mother. However, I don't need to say that Simula would either be abusive or would use the child for her own ends.
Very well.
I don't like it, but that's the situation as I see it. We can also not put up the child for adoption. He or she would not only be taken advantage of with the royal blood, but they would also be a tiefling. They would be targeted. So, I've been thinking... So, in all of this, I think it's probably best that we keep the child with us.
Very well.
How could we possibly, though?
I have it. As soon as we get me back on my throne, I can use personal funds. It's like technically they would be family. However, there is one thing. It's embarrassing to think about, but given the circumstances and what I just said, this should be done sooner rather than later.
What do you mean?
We should probably think of baby names.
Oh, I immediately raised my head up. Could I be a godmother?
I mean, if we are going to take the child, might as well start thinking about names at this point. And come on, we're thinking about baby names. It's fun, right? You know, haven't had girl talk in a while.
I
Girl
like
talk?
Drake.
I'm sorry, is it your
Listen,
time?
please.
I'm confused. What, it's your time of the month or something? What's girl talk?
Oh,
It's
I'm
what
sorry.
we're doing right now.
It's a thing in humanoid culture where girls come together, talk about men, talk about love, talk about children and futures, and typically men are not present for such things.
Why not? I would think they'd have a say in it.
It's complicated.
Simply put, sometimes females wish the company of other females. It's as if females selecting a mate, almost, I suppose would be a comparison.
That is certainly not a topic I am interested in discussing.
I'm simply trying to make it clear.
Well, we're not. Well, it's similar yet different. But so, any suggestions for baby names?
I like Draco for a boy.
That's like naming a dog, isn't it? Like,
No. Sorry. My head hurts. I'm not thinking clear.
I'm sorry. This is a heavy thing to put on you all in the morning, but it's just I've had a lot of time to think about this.
I hand a flask to Amber.
Ooh, chugs. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What about the name Duvain? Duvain means Duvain. It means beautiful darkness in Elvish.
oh, that's nice.
That's a pretty name.
I suppose.
Why? You're in the other
But
room.
at this point, we don't know what. At this point, we don't know if the child is a male or female.
Duvain is a gender-neutral name.
We also don't know how many is in the litter.
Litter?
Oh, does your kind? Do tieflings are capable of having more than one?
Oh,
Honey,
Yeah,
she's a twin.
So she raises her hand and just kind of lowers it, but I don't know.
Well, you yourself and your sister are twins. At the very least, of the litters we know about, we know the average size is 2.
I mean, dragons can have
yes.
multiple eggs.
Yes, but I'm not sure if we're the exception or the rule.
Exactly.
prefer
Which is
to-
why we can make no assumption as to the number we can be expecting here.
oh, mercy.
Well, I do love your idea, Fairthorn, but I do have suggestions of my own. I was thinking of Viren if it's a boy, and Hana if it's a girl.
What do they mean?
Yeah, what do they mean?
Viren means hero, and Hana means mercy.
Very symbolic.
Mm-hmm.
Very ironic.
Symbolic and ironic.
I choose to believe symbolic.
Any other suggestions?
Well, I suppose Ivan is a good ring to it.
Hello.
Sorry, something I said?
I think you should say that for your children.
But no. I mean, the girl could easily be named Faethura too. That's a pretty name. Just saying. Derailing conversation. Coughing.
I don't. Oh, having children.
What?
What? It's a natural. What? It's a very natural thing, Rose.
Yeah, it's a very natural thing that I'm not a fan of for myself anyway. I have no intention of increasing the humanoid population on the planet.
I'm still young.
That's fair.
Not sure if I'm ready for a
that's
hatchery yet.
Listen, Rose. It's you're you, and you act like you. Could you not have a child that does the same things as you?
I would not trust it. I don't trust myself. Let alone mixing blood with another. No, thank you.
I tilt my head at Rose.
I understand the concept. Shiloh himself is a father. It's just not for me.
Well, I do hope that whoever the child is, and whatever we decide to name and however they decide to act, whatever the hopes, loves, fears, and dreams are, I hope we can set them on the right path.
I know my mother wishes nothing more than that for me. If I can help,
And and to be honest, I kind of do want all of you involved.
Involved?
Even me?
Well, yes. I've grown to admire so many things out of all of you, and the thing is that this is kind of embarrassing to say, but at this point, you're all like family to me.
Oh! I pulled Jim into a hug.
Yes, and if you continue to let me be sappy, I do want the family to be present in the child's life.
I'd be happy to. I'm so honored.
I need time to process this.
I understand. It's very early in the morning, and this is kind of a big load to drop on you, but it's something I did want to say. Now, how about we go to dinner? Everyone who is in the male's room, roll listen checks.
Listen checks.
Yep, got it.
For girlish giggling, I assume.
It's like to see if they heard anything through the wall. If they were listening in.
Nope.
Oh, we got 26 on Ivan.
Owen.
Give me a moment. I'm looking it up. I don't have that good of a listen check.
Did better than me.
Oh, you didn't do too bad. Did better than Joe.
Yeah. It's like most of you caught the gist of what they were talking about. And then, yes, Ivan heard most of it, and yeah, it's so. What do you all think?
It's like I put my ear to the wall.
Like,
Oh my goodness.
It's like you're a lot of you heard mumbling, but yeah, a lot of you caught what they were talking about.
Guys, we're gonna be a family!
aren't we all ready?
Aww.
Well, we didn't think we'd be ready for teamwork, but we are now.
Family that lives together, fights together.
Both of you, I swear, both of you are like children, but I can't help but find that amusing. You both remind me of my previous team members. You especially, Jalrum.
Really? Which one do I remind you of?
Sildy, he was the big one.
Serenity.
No.
You remind me of your wife?
No, Sildy. Sildy was the big guy. He was, he didn't say much, but when he did, it was something. He was always the most enthusiastic about it. Never quite could realize when a girl liked him, though. And he kind of winks at Jalrum.
What about me?
Seriously, you two, it's as clear as day with both of you.
Oh, with me and Faye?
Mm-hmm. No, I was mostly looking at Ivan on that.
Oh, okay.
So who do I remind you of?
It's smooth.
Smooth, I saw that. Lithara, actually. Lithara was a very bright soul. Could never get him down. Even if it was a rainy day, he would never be upset. He would always find the positives in something, no matter what.
Well, if I'd say something, Ivan, you actually remind me a lot of Walton.
Oh.
Yes, always eager to help. He was the comrade, everyone's friend.
Aw, thanks, guys.
That's kind of how Darakus was.
And you actually, I know I'm not sure, not because you're a shifter, but you actually remind me a lot of Sylvester Cross. First guy I ever met, always the first one to help out help out in a bad situation.
Well, I don't know about you, but I agree.
You burst out of the land of dragon.
Damn, should I roll for a fly check?
Yes.
Oh, what? Oh, wow!
You kinda jump up and face plant.
Aw, are you okay?
And and you see Varog actually lift you up while you're in dragon form and fly off.
I guess could have gotten it!
Yes, I'm sure you could, Tunny. But one thing that you need to do... we're going to be practicing along the way, alright? I'm going to drop you a couple times.
Okay.
Daddy-daughter flying lessons.
Can I shift into an eagle and help them?
How's an eagle gonna help a dragonfly?
Hey, similar. Okay, fine. I'll shift into a bat.
Pretend it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Giant eagle.
I don't see
America Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can do it, Amber. I believe in you.
Alright. So, I'm gonna ask you to roll another one. It's like, alright, I'm gonna drop you.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
Alright, there we go.
Much better.
Yes, with Rose coaching you and the security of your father, it's like you feel much more confident to take a risk. And as soon as that happens, your wings spread out, the wind catches them, and you begin to glide.
Yay, Rose!
You did it! You mean Amber?
Yes.
Amber.
Make fan art of this, please.
Man, our
Daddy-daughter flying lessons.
I believe I can fly!
Gosh darn it, I knew it was coming.
Don't fight the winds. Use them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. Gordon
Doc and I are on the
Alright.
same wavelength.
Below you, you see the landscape pass under you. You see the Selenia forest.
Oh,
You
sorry.
see the large peninsula, and also you see the ocean, and in front of you is a large cloud.
Oh boy.
I was curious if I might have seen any packs of dwarves searching the land while we were in.
You're a little too. Yeah, you're a little too high for that.
I figured we might be. Just curious, that's all.
Someone should just roll a spot check, see if they get a natural 20. Say,
I
oh, there they are.
playfully aimed for the large cloud. Woo!
All right, you fly into the cloud.
Whoa.
Ow.
Wow.
Jeez,
Huh.
that's amazing.
Guys, welcome to Cumulus.
You see Cumulus off in the distance. You see Simula raise her hand. I have something I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we have a bug or a rat.
What?
Huh?
I look at Amber.
Don't look at me.
Do you think someone's
I've
listening?
been thinking about this ever since last night, and it doesn't make sense. The Dragonlands were inaccessible to all non-dragons except Hawthorne, correct?
Yeah.
So how did Arkoth get there? He couldn't have been following us. Someone could have seen him. Moreover, how did he have the time to capture 2 young adult dragons, fuse them together, all in the span of less than a day? How did he know all the things we know as soon as we learned them? You see where I'm going with it?
Yeah.
The only thing that makes sense is someone in our party has been relaying information to him. Intentionally or unintentionally.
Well, you keep on saying you've been watching us. Was it simply scrying, or did you have other methods?
I had many, many spies. But here's the thing. I know of the spies, and I know if they'd be following them.
The only way
None of them were there.
The only way that would have worked is if he knows what we're look over at the other ones, like what we're dreaming of. So, like the first thing he could. So.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, do you not know about the? Oh, we should.
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay. We should probably. I had
Cross?
Shit.
There is a reason
Oh.
we didn't say anything.
I had this feeling way back when.
Wait.
Arkoth. Am I allowed? Like, should I say it?
Owen would be giving you a death glare right now.
So would Rose.
I'm growling.
Owen and Rose have been talking, and we.
Cross, is there something on your mind?
I had a pretty intense nightmare last night.
We're back to season in the bathroom.
Oh dear.
So you had a nightmare. What is that?
Maybe he's left a bug on one of us. He was
Simula looks at all of you. Simula looks at all of you. All right, everyone, line up. I'm going to check your minds for Gios's.
Yeah, what?
Gios, a mind spell.
Very well.
Oh, okay.
Nothing but the Gios, though.
What is a Gios? Explain that again.
A Gios is a sort of spell of
Compulsion.
I looked
like
at
you
Jaminia.
must do it. You must consciously or unconsciously do a task. All right, everyone line up.
You're going to check us for subtle mind control? That's what you're doing?
I don't trust this at all.
Guys,
Jaminia, what do you have to say about this? You know Simula better than any of us.
Amber, come back.
Amber, come on.
I want to hear what Jaminia has to say about
I want to hear what Jaminia has to say.
Jaminia says, if a Gios was placed on you while you are conscious, you will be aware of it. If she tries anything funny, you'll notice.
I see.
And what makes you think that she can't do anything else besides check for this Gios?
I am standing right here, Owen. If she does anything, either myself or Ivan, with his Dispel Magic, will be able to not only catch it, but undo it.
True.
Please, this is important. Please, this is important. If there is a Gios in one of our minds, then we need to know.
This
Would
is honestly
Zone
a
of
bit
Truth make you feel better, Owen?
Yes.
What make me feel better?
Zone of Truth.
Zone.
Oh, for the moment, I'm going to trust what Jaminia says, even if I don't trust what Simula says.
Same.
At this point,
I say we trust Simula right now. She knows what she's doing, then let's do this.
Just
Of
shocking
course you would
dismay.
say that, Cross.
besides,
Okay,
Amber.
listen, we are not starting this, alright?
look, besides,
everyone, please listen.
You know what? Maybe I have a way
I'm the
around
one
it.
saying this. Simula is right. We need to know if there is a Gios on one of us.
I think I actually have a way around this without Simula doing anything first.
Oh my goodness.
Let him do it.
Okay.
I think I can ask a question. A very specific question.
okay.
Huh?
Divination.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
As simple as a short phrase, or it might take the form of a corrected rhyme or omen. Okay. It requires incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion.
I didn't realize I was supposed to have those items, no.
Alright, but we'll just, well, for the sake of it, we'll just say you have it.
Alright.
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 If Simula is so sure that a Gios is responsible for Arkoth knowing so much about what's going on and being able to track
Actually,
us...
oh wait, hang on a second. Am I allowed to sniff my clothes and see if I still have the incense on me from the cavern, from the tomb?
It's probably gone.
Ah, darn it.
It's
Alright,
gone.
we're just assuming that I have what is necessary for the spell.
Okay,
Yes.
go for it.
So, my question would be, if we're assuming that Simula is sure that there is a Gios involved, so my simple question would be, which of us amongst our whole party has a Gios placed on them?
It is eerily quiet.
DM is typing...
I think he's giving
I
us.
know. I'm kind of scared.
Alright.
Just kind of looking down at one another.
Yeah.
Alright.
The answer I have received from this divination spell for this question is none of them.
What?
What? Oh.
Oh, well, that's good. So that's theory 1 down the tube, and here we have theory 2. Someone has a bugged item, or someone is willingly being a traitor. So I'm going to cast detect magic right here.
I'm
Alright.
sure many
And
of us
Owen.
have magical items.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through.
Indeed, which is why I'm going to focus for a long time to see what kind of magic you all have on you.
Very good.
And while I'm doing that, Owen, I would really appreciate if you would cast the Zone of Truth. She sits down and she begins to focus.
Yeah. I'm looking through my. Let me see what I have.
I am too.
Oh right, I gotta remove the scimitar because I sold that.
All right.
I can think of one item.
While she is thinking, she's like, "Are any of you willingly giving information to Arkoth Worm?"
Absolutely
I am
not.
No.
I would never.
I hope not.
No.
No.
Nope.
Jaminia says no as well. Simula looks up and she's just has a look of frustration on her face. Ah! No bugged items, no traitors, no Gioses, no spies. How is he doing it?
This Jalen, where did Jalen come from? Because I recall that you were the one who gave Cross Jalen. Did the Warden have any possible contact with Jalen beforehand?
I wish to ask Jalen, Lucid, and Shiloh in the Zone of Truth the same question that Simula posed to us.
Because Jalen is the only one I could possibly think of that might have had any contact with the warden before we met Jalen.
That doesn't seem likely.
Yeah. It's talking.
They have all also agreed that they are not giving away information. Every member of our party.
Simula kicks a rock, and she immediately recoils as that was a very bad idea.
Temporary check.
How is he doing it? Wait a minute. And then she points to you all and says, "You said he invaded your dreams, am I right?"
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
We might as well have said it.
Roll spot checks.
Spot checks, okay.
Spot check! Yay!
Check.
Nope, wrong thing.
What is that?
Ooh,
Rose.
good.
Bad.
He's still a little tipsy.
I'm paying attention.
I'm not tipsy and I'm not.
I'm also paying attention.
I have a hangover.
You still have a little bit of a headache?
I have a hangover, yes. Leave me alone. Eh. Stop picking on me.
No, I think it's okay.
Alright.
You know, okay, so Rose, you see like gears are what looks like gears shifting in Simula's head, she's, and then you see her eyes dart left and right as she's putting like a bunch of things together in her head.
You're the one who knows how he works better than all of us.
Yeah.
What do you know?
And here I hope that one piece of information we might have been able to use.
I know! I'm gonna string Joller him up by the toes!
That one thing that
That's what it plans
one thing that Simula didn't know all this time, and now she has all the secrets, and we don't.
Yeah. Simula looks up with a smile. Well, it's unfortunate, but I still do not know how he was able to get it.
So, what do we do now?
Get what?
Well, if he is springing a trap for us, there's only one thing to do. Spring the trap. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, yes, Rose and Faye are both doing their sense motives. You know that she's telling the truth, but from the zone of truth, but you still sense that she's holding on to a piece of information.
Of course she is.
Ivan.
That?
Whoa, hello.
Olivar?
What? Oh.
I see some.
Look at Lou, Cross!
Where are we? Wait, where are we? I don't see.
I don't know where we are,
Give
but
him a
I'm
minute.
excited about who I'm
Oh,
seeing.
okay.
One second,
Okay,
one
just checking.
Wait. There we
Let
go.
it load,
There
let
we
it
are.
load. Let it load.
Up.
Let it load.
Let me just move over here.
Can we see him? Can I say we see him? Please, oh please, oh please.
Yes.
Yes!
This stuff.
Lou!
Solar.
There isn't our good friend Oliver!
What is he doing up here?
Cross, would you like to greet him?
I
I assume
paused
you
for a
have
minute.
several things to say.
I paused for a minute and I decided to go around the pit.
Good call.
Why?
Solar is...
Yeah.
Oh, I take a little bit of a bow and respectfully, is that you, Solinar?
Hello, Cross.
That sounded a little more than...
I'm here because I had to see something for myself. And quite frankly, I'm very disappointed.
What happened here?
What happened? You'll find out soon enough, but I have to say, you see, a little birdie named Alidamara whispered some very interesting things to me. Things like you are accepting the help of a devil and using hellish magic to amplify your abilities?
Yes, that's...
Tiefling.
True. Tiefling. Magic. Yes.
Tiefling I don't think that the other tiefling among you can do such a thing, can you? It's that Jaminia shakes her head. Interesting. And I recognize this magic. I was there when it first came into being. And you know what? It's devilish magic. Hellish magic from the Nine Hells to amplify your abilities, and you willingly accepted it. I'm going to be honest, Cross. I am ashamed of you. You have disgraced not only your profession, but all who follow my ideals. I was told about the things that you said, about not caring about whether the team stays together. If you don't care about the team, then why haven't you left? Why aren't you using your power to take care of your son? Or is he just not that important to you?
You don't know a thing about me, Solinar. You think that you do, but you don't.
Oh my gosh!
Rose is actively laughing at you.
You don't know why I'm doing this. You don't know what this means to me.
Oh, I am your god. I believe we've established that I know much about you. I've looked at you for a long time. I know you, Cross, and I know your life. You sacrificed everything once. Honorable enough, but then something happened. No one respected you anymore. And you know what? You hated that. There's something you don't want to admit to yourself. You enjoyed the glory and fear the legendary Black Arrow gave you. And now you're upset because it faded into obscurity by your own hands. You're not depressed because you failed your team. You just want the attention back and you're too cowardly to admit it. And now you found a new audience. But because they weren't willingly giving you the attention you wanted, you decided to take it by antagonizing them. You're no captain, you're no ranger. You're a child, throwing a fit that the tramp you fancy still hasn't decided whether she likes you or not. And you thought this would make her fall into your arms? You're an unbelievable buffoon, Cross.
Oh, dear.
That is not true. That is not true for a single minute. I'm doing what I'm doing now for the sake of not just me, but for everyone else here. Let me guess. Wasn't Arkoth that put that little nightmare into my head? It was you, wasn't it?
He shakes his head. No, it wasn't.
That
Here's the thing.
is never going to happen. I will not allow that to happen. You are wrong about me. I don't enjoy this. What are you talking about? I don't enjoy this.
He shakes his head. You enjoyed the strength. You admitted it yourself. Olidamara heard it, and he told me everything. And you wanted to become stronger. You wanted to become better. And so here's a question that you should be asking yourself right now. Why didn't you ask me? I am your god, after all. Your very magic stems from me. I gave you the Black Arrow. In fact, he pulls out 5. I was very inclined to give you more. Did you not think to ask me for help? For guidance? Did you not think to confide in your friends earlier? They could have trained you, they could have gave you pointers. No, you took the path of least resistance, the one paved from a clearly untrustworthy source. You took the path that would intentionally anger your friends.
It's not like that.
It's not. It is, and I've had enough. He holds out his hand. Your bow and the Black Arrow. Give it to me. You've proven yourself unworthy.
I'm unworthy. I'm unworthy? That has got to be the biggest joke that I have heard this entire time. I am no joke. I am not weak. You sit there and you judge me. You look down on me, just like they do. You know, for once in my life, I feel like I have some control over my life. Yes, I took a different path. I'm sorry that I'm not taking the goody two-shoes path. I'm sorry I'm not taking the light path. There's no such thing as clear light and dark anymore. Not anymore when it comes to this. You think you know me better than everyone else. I know that you're my god. Well, you know what? You're the disgrace right now. And I defy you for that.
Cross, that is enough.
Leaving.
Are you really throwing a fit because I'm taking your toys away? Am I being a big meanie? You're acting like a child, Cross. Give them to me now.
Or else what? You're gonna kill me?
Don't. Cross.
All of you shut up! I don't need a peanut gallery. This has been my thing the entire time. You've all just been along for the—
No, Cross!
How dare you!
I will roll Intimidate!
And you have never been there for us. All you've cared about is your own glory. We are not your entourage. You used to be useful to us. But now what are you? You're so easily swayed by people, so easily angered, so easily broken. You weren't useless before, but you're useless to us now.
That's not true.
Everybody stop! Do you realize this is supposed to be a place of peace and worship? You're all falling apart! I had absolute 100% faith in this team! And now the one place where we're supposed to get along and work together and be friends, Everything's just falling apart. Enough!
You know what, Solinar?
You were on my patient.
We're right.
He knocks an arrow. Give it back, or I'm going to take it by force.
You were right. It's time I stopped lying to myself. I enjoyed it. I didn't do the killing because I had to. I didn't do what I did because I had to. I wanted to, and I liked it. And now I'm still in the same place. I'm still in the same place as that night. That night where I had to put everyone down. That night where I lost everything. Why I became this. Why I left my son. Why I left my home. Why I left all of this. You want to know the real truth? I beg for death every morning, but there's still that little glimmer of hope that I can probably get out of this. It's been like that for months. It's been like that for years. You want to take all this away from me? You want to strip me down to everything that I am? I will still be standing, because that's all I know how to do now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
You're gonna just have to kill me.
You see it? He lets loose the arrow.
Jaminia!
Oh no.
The crackling black arrow screams as it sails through the air, headed directly towards Cross. Immediately, you see Jaminia jump in the way.
No!
Jaminia!
The arrow embeds into her chest,
Oh no.
striking her directly in the heart.
Oh boy.
Simula clutches her chest, wide eyes, as she also collapses face first onto the floor.
Oh crud.
Owen.
Jaminia! Jaminia!
I'm heading over to Simula.
Oliver steps back wide-eyed.
Jaminia! No!
Am I allowed to cast a spell?
Yes?
Okay.
You will not take this from me! He lunges at Solinar and tackles him to the ground. You will not take everything. You will never take this from me.
What are we
You see
doing?
that Oliver's
What
not
is
really
that
paying attention to you.
Alright, I while that's happening...
Oliver's looking around in horror.
Oliver,
No!
what do you do?
No! It was a mistake! It was a mistake!
What is going on?
What is
Oh
happening?
god, I jumped in. Oliver!
No, 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 no.
What's up?
A giant,
Oh my
bony hand
God.
bursts from the ground and grabs Solinar.
Oh, by Corellan's mercy! What was that?
Pulling him backwards into shadows. He gives a harrowing scream as he is pulled into the black and vanishes from sight. A few seconds later, you hear a meaty crunch.
He appeared.
Cross. You suddenly feel a void in your soul, like something was taken away.
Is Jaminia stable?
I end up dropping
Yes.
to my knees and seeing Jimmy, I immediately hold her close. No.
Is Jaminia conscious?
No.
Okay, so she is out of danger?
Yes.
Alright, if she is out of danger, I have to immediately go over to Cross. I have to grab him by the ear. I have to pull him immediately down.
Oh, no.
No, he's on his knees. You don't have to.
You
I have to pull him down by the ear. I have to grab his whole ear, and I am not letting go. I don't care what he's doing. I am not letting go.
Cross, what have you done?
It should have been me.
It should have.
So,
Should have been me.
Call over. Faye, I need some help. Faye, I need some help with Simula.
It should have been me.
What?
Oh, I fall to my knees.
okay, I've got a free hand. I can punch him in the nose.
Oh no!
Thank you.
No!
No.
I am so close to bringing him by his neck.
No, I have to do this. I have to punch him in the nose with my free
Does
hand.
anyone else?
You're lifting Simula up?
Yeah, I need to help her up.
Amber, please don't.
Ivan, get out of the way!
No, please.
I'll help him. I'll help him.
Don't.
I'll help him.
Please don't.
Help Simula up.
We've lost enough already.
That hurt. That hurt.
And I'm sure you're not the only one that felt that.
I turn, I see these two. I don't know who they are.
Oh, it's Paler and
Pelor and Alana.
Oh.
It's my deity and Ivan.
Sorry, I'm...
It's like Peller gives you a polite nod as he passes by you. And then he moves up. He moves over to Simula. Lana moves over to Jaminia. What? She looks towards Owen. What spell did you use?
I used heal on Jaminia.
Good. Real shame what's going to happen to her soon after this. Peter looks up. Alana, we promised not to say. It's a stupid promise that we shouldn't have made. But we still made it.
What do you mean?
Well, we still... It's something else, but we do need to say this now, so you all understand the weight of what just happened. The god of the hunt, and my friend, Solanor Philandra, he's dead. All of the gods are bound by certain primordial laws, and he broke it when he struck Jaminia. The thing is that he struck a mortal who had not transgressed him. Jaminia had done so by getting it in his way, but Simula is linked to her, and Solanor had not only caused her to come to harm, but placed the child that Simula carries in danger. Ergo, he had broken the primeval pact.
Are you happy now, Cross? I hope so. I hope you get everything you deserve. I carry Ivan away.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Peter, Pelor looks around and says, "This is why we are hesitant to be a constant presence in the lives of those under us, because this is always the risk." What?
By God's mercy.
Peter walks over to Ivan and gives him a hug.
I take.
We just witnessed the slaying of a god.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Ivan. It's not your fault, Ivan.
We've lost a friend today.
It's not your fault, Ivan.
I know what it feels like to almost lose a friend. I'm so sorry. It hurts, I know it does. And to have it in a place where peace and love is supposed to reign, it's not fair. Gods have feelings just like we do, and I know. I respect you all for trying to partake in our life and help us as much as you can, and you had to suffer for it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's like Peter strokes your head. It's not your fault. This is always we all knew the risks, and we still do this. We still do this anyway.
You're very brave.
Lana moves over to Faethurin. There are some things you should be aware of. The Primeval Pact, it has a very, very long history, and Pelor and I must be elsewhere soon. Perhaps this will suffice. Look in your journal. Look in your journal.
Okay, I see it.
I'd had to reload my page.
Read those at your earliest opportunity. But for now, Pelor and I must be off. We need to converse with the others about what has happened.
Bye.
Be strong, everyone. We need it. This world is going to need it.
I move over to this balcony and I like quick strike on and start praying to Aravan silently.
I bow my head and pray to Tamara.
Simula has this wide-eyed look of just pure incomprehension. I never foresaw this. How? Why?
I turn over. There's a lot of things we haven't foreseen. Oddly enough, I always try to be one step ahead of you this entire time, and now we realize we're 3 steps behind whatever happened. Now you know how it feels to be me. Should I roll a knowledge listen to it so I can interpret what they just said?
Well, if you know Elvish, you already know what she said.
Yes, but well, player doesn't know it, but Jalor knows it.